Hello everyone, Gigs here once again on the MineSaga server, Western Realm. Welcome back to my island, which is now just a little bit bigger. Yeah. I may have gotten carried away with Fast Place. Just a bit. I was practicing. So the lovely Dust Eye took me aside and gave me a bit of a tutorial on fast placing, and well, definitely an expert on it compared to me. And so I was practicing, and I'm not an expert, but less mistakes are made. I didn't go outside the border, so I'm pretty proud of myself on that. But yeah, so I've now done all of this for really, I'm never going to use that. But now I'm more confident with using it. I'm going to go over to my main part of my island and do the floor over there and expand it while I've still got fast place. But it is an absolutely amazing feature on the server to be able to quickly lay down floors and things like this. So that's pretty cool, and always great that we have people on the server who are willing to help you out if you don't know how to do something properly. So that's kind of great. So today I have something special to show you. Again, I always say I've got something special to show. So today I opened one of my vote keys and I won something. I won a penguin creature for 7 days. These always seem to be for 7 days. I haven't seen any for more than that. But yes, thrilled. Very happy with this. Not going to complain about receiving another creature for a little bit and something to learn about. So, if we go into creatures, we will see that the penguin belongs to spawner rates, so I'm assuming that means it increases spawner rates. Now that's pretty cool. That means that your payouts are going to be higher than what they would have been. So, a little bit difficult to always test this at first because the payouts can be a little bit all over the place sometimes. So if you have a look here, I got a payout of 111 there, 88 there, the one prior to that was 133. I would expect that my next payout is probably around about the 130 mark again because 89 seemed a little bit low. And I've got all my alts in all the right places, so there should be no reason why we're not getting full payouts. Now, I may have mentioned this before, but the reason why the payouts are slightly different is because the way it works is there has to be something selling in your T3 hopper or your void chest at the time that the payout update happens. So if for some reason as the payout happens I don't have anything in those or this one here or even the cactus, then it will drop down my payout. But it's not like you lose it, it just gets picked up in the next payout round. So that's why that they sort of jump sort of all over the place. But that's cool, we can do that. So what I can do easily is I can show it here because we can see the number of mobs that are spawning here. And we can just see how many have actually spawned once we spawn the creature. So, and by the way, again, I won this through a vote key. So voting for the server is a good thing to do. It gives you some keys, it gives you some shards. If you don't have fly, it gives you 10 minutes of fly. So, well worth doing. And again, I won something out of it, so I'm pretty happy. In my basic key that I got, I also won some extra blazes. So I now have 16 blaze here. Mini Gigs is now having to run around and chase and get. And I've been using the XP, which is fantastic. She's a handy dandy little thing. So let's redeem our little penguin creature. And we're getting 16 magma cubes and 19 blazes, and I think it was 17 iron golems are coming out in one go. Yes. Okay. So let's see. Let's see. Dunk. I will redeem that, and then we'll go into creatures. And there it is. Level 1 of 3. So I wonder if each level, and I would assume this is correct, each level would increase the spawner rates. Let's see. Dunk. Oh, aren't you cute? Little white belly there. You've got no legs though. I suppose you only have short stubby legs anyway. So that was, so we got 3 extra magmas there, so that was 19. Come on, Blaze. 22 Blaze. So what, we were getting 19 before, so that's an extra 3 there. So of course it would be similar because it's similar numbers I'm getting from each of these. So let's pop up and see if, and an extra 3 iron golems. So I don't have huge numbers in these, so even this one here I've only got 14. Now I'm also assuming that this is a chunk thing. So as I said before, you'll see that my payouts are a little bit higher here, but that one there is not because of the penguin. That will be more because that one there was still a little bit low as a catch-up. So this definitely works. Now I wonder if I go, will you follow me? How far away do I have to go for you to follow me? Let's go to Homeville. Oh, you will. So that was 104. I'm assuming it works straight away. We're going. See if we can see some more come down. Come on, you can do it. Show me another one. Oops, we missed that one. I shouldn't have scooted over so far. Come on. Do another one. Exciting stuff. Waiting for mobs. 104. So that must be the increased spawner rate that we're getting from there. So that is pretty cool. So obviously for me, because most of my wealth is sitting up there with my Villy spawners, I'm better off sitting up there with my penguin up there and getting the most benefit out of these guys here. But you know, it all depends. If I was looking to get a little bit more XP or my mob coins I was wanting to work on, then having the penguin down here would help me there. So penguins have not followed me down here so far. Now if I go into this chunk, does that make a difference? No, we're still up over there. And if I'm in this chunk, excuse me, if I'm in this chunk, can we spot how many Villies are coming down? Come on, Villies. Come on, Villies. Drop down. No? Come on. Come on. Here we go. Can we spot how many? We didn't. However, I will slow down the camera once I've finished doing this, and I will pop up the results on the screen so that we can see how many were there when I wasn't even in the chunk. So I think that's kind of cool. Obviously, I don't have a whole heap of spawners, so I'm not going to get ginormous results out of this. But if you had, you know, a couple of hundred spawners sitting there, if out of 17 I got an additional 3, or out of 16 I got an additional 3 magma cubes, I mean, you imagine building that out over a couple of hundred worth of Villy spawners, you'd be raking in definitely an extra amount of cash in there. And there you go, see my payout already is up to 160. So we're definitely looking at a nice little bonus there. I'm pretty happy with that. I'll have to keep on using Mr. Penguin over the next couple of weeks so that we can get some extra dosh in. Now if we have a look at creatures again, let's hover over, we can see that. Okay, so I wasn't sure how the experience part worked, because I knew that as I was fishing, the turtle was increasing in experience and leveling up. Obviously the penguin's more passive because it's just sitting there, but obviously as it's being used, it's just popping up in its experience. So we'll have to see over time how the different spawner rates increase having used the penguin as it gets to its extra levels. I'm not quite sure how long it will take for it to get through. I mean, it's just used up 20 points of hunger to get that 4%, so we might be able to get up an extra level over the next day or so. We might be lucky enough to get up to level 3 before the 7 days is over, so I can confirm what those numbers are. But I'm actually really happy with that. That's a nifty little cute creature. And go back up to where he is. And yes, we like you. Thank you very much for coming and visiting. Ooh, ditzy moment. I don't need to stand down here and try and watch them come down and fall. Although I saw there that was 104. I could have flown up and looked. I could have gone all the way up here and looked to see them coming down. But now we know it's 104. However, one thing I have noticed as I was looking up there is that was still 20 iron golems that went in there. And if we pop in here, come on, do it. 19 magma cubes. Come on. Do it, do it, do it, do it. And 22 blazes. So, it looks like little Mr. Penguin up there increases our spawner rates across here, both of these. Now these are two chunks next to each other, so I don't know if there's a range that they work at. But that's kind of cool. That means that it doesn't matter where I have him sitting, whether it be here or here, he's going to impact both sets of spawner rates. So that's pretty cool. I think we'll keep him around. Well, for 7 days anyway, because that's all we have him for. But I have to make sure I keep on using him. That's absolutely brilliant. Does mean that we'll need to spend a lot more time in this area, I'm guessing. Because if I go too far away, I'm guessing he will TP to me as he did up at the Villies. And I wouldn't, that would defeat the purpose. But that's really, really cool. I'm pretty happy with that. So, from myself and little Mini Gigs there, who's working her little tushy off in order to give us some XP and a little bit of cash from the blaze rods. Thanks for joining me once again, and you have a great day.